Yes, Pika, you are Irish. Well, I know you're Japanese, but you're my family. That makes you Irish. Hey, everyone. Reverend Sully, Eric O'Sullivan. That's right. Ordained on the internet, and here's the caveat. Please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you there, boyo. Well, happy October. That means it's Halloween season in full effect. What's up with all the cultural appropriation of Halloween? You can't wear this costume. You can't wear that. You're culturally appropriating if you do. Well, guess what? Halloween is cultural appropriation to begin with. It's an ancient Celtic Irish holiday. It's a holy day. It comes from Samhain, you might say. Samhain, Halloween. You hear it? It's in there. Samhain is meant, I'm going to say this probably awkwardly, but Mother Nature is going to sleep for the season, and she'll come back on Belcha on May 1st. So it's harvest time, and we're getting ready for the winter. And so it's a time to harvest, and also it ends with the Day of the Dead, which goes into, maybe the Mexican culture have their own and around the same day. Maybe that's synchronous, or I don't know. That would be great to look into. But Halloween itself is cultural appropriation of the Irish. It's got nothing to do with candy corn. It's got nothing to do with trick or treat. It's got nothing to do with your arguments of cultural appropriation. What's an appropriate costume to be wearing? It's all stolen from the Irish to begin with. My culture of my people. So it's pilfered, anyway. So will this fix anything? No. But I'm just, it's just my hot take. Halloween's stolen from the Irish. And in the same vein, too, while I'm talking about it, St. Patrick's Day as well. I mean, St. Patrick was a real historical person. He was a Roman Briton who was kidnapped at an early age, brought over to Ireland as a slave. He escaped many years later, returned home. He was so corrupted by the Irish ways that he was unable to be what he was training to be, a grammaticus, a master of Latin. That's what he was going to be a career as. So he returned to Ireland as an Irish Christian monk. And what he did, though, was he brought the gift of literacy. He taught people how to read and write. This is a really good book called How the Irish Saved Civilization by Thomas Cahill. And it goes into detail while Rome was burning, while the Library of Alexandria was burning, while continental Europe fell into the Dark Ages. Ireland, in its solitary, isolation, were busy transcribing the Book of Kells. They were busy writing and learning Latin and keeping the Bible alive too. There's a huge angle too of these of Irish monks and brothers going out into the world and bringing the gift of literacy with them. There's like this huge thing with Irish monks in India. They're trying to convert you to Christianity, but what they did though was they brought the gift of literacy with them. So the Irish basically saved civilization with the written word. But what does St. Patrick's Day have to do with St. Patrick? It's got nothing to do with drinking. It's got nothing to do with a foolish parade or dyeing the river green or kiss me, I'm Irish. It's an Irish holy day. It literally means going to Mass and respecting an Irish saint, a holy man. And once again, cultural appropriation. And also, too, going from Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal to the simian shelf of British caricature and comics, of newspaper comics in the 19th century. The simian shelf was this, the gorilla-like elongated under your nose to your lip. And if that was, it was also used for African people, but if there was a white person with the simian shelf, well, that was what we call code today. And that was an Irish person, because Irish people were looked down upon as second-class humans, subhuman in a way. It justified their potential erasures by the British too, and which I'll put in the redhead erasure argument down low again for those who missed it in the first place. With Swift and Swift's satire, blinding satire, go check out A Modest Proposal. It's mind-blowing. It holds up. But say something like Notre Dame's The Fighting Irish. You have the mascot, the Fighting Irish, the leprechaun. I mean, okay, take any other ethnicity, have a gerund, and have the ethnicity. Wholly problematic, Batman. That would just start a whole lot of trouble. Like, aren't these like harmful racial stereotypes? I'm not going to sell anyone on this notion that, because apparently we Irish can take a joke. But there's a sense of seriousness to this too. Why are the Irish fair game? Why are redheads fair game to be race swapped in comic books? Why is St. Patrick's Day a day for drinking when it should be a holy day? Why is Halloween corrupted into an argument about cultural appropriation when it's culturally appropriated to begin with? And do you see the problematic and the trouble behind the Fighting Irish mascot of Notre Dame, the leprechaun? I mean, on some level, it really does mock my culture. It really does. But quote unquote real Irish people tend to have less of a problem with that because we're a very free-spirited people. We're very tough people. And that is kind of part of our culture, is the whole fighting part. And I don't know. What do you think about this? Leave me a thumbs up if you like this content. Give me a thumbs down if you think I'm out to me gourd there, laddo. There, boyo or lass. Give me a comment in the comment section and give me a subscribe if you like this. I'm just making a hot take on Halloween. It's October. It's Halloween season. We're going to hear a lot about cultural appropriation and inappropriate costumes, and you're punching down on that and this, and Halloween's stolen to begin with, stolen from the Irish, and so it begins with and ends with cultural appropriation. It's kind of a mood issue. Why don't you let kids just go trick-or-treating and enjoy the candy corn, gosh darn it. And also, St. Patrick's Day. It's got nothing to do with drinking and the foolish parade. It should be a holy day for going to Mass. Well, I'm a Hindu now. I don't go to Mass. But you might. And respect doesn't cost anything. Am I going to change hearts and minds with this? No. I'm just making a hot take. And that's all I got for today. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. And sláinte. And Irish eyes are smiling. Do, 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 do. Cheers.